Well, he seems to be eating a lot better now.
Carrot a day keeps the vet away. Toothy pegs are okay?
You tackle him from behind, Cheryl, and I'll fix him with my magic axe.
Since when did you have a magic axe?
I had it all along. It's a big one.
Dungeons and Dragons is a serious game. You can't just make up your own rules.
You do.
I'm the dungeon master.
I spent a fortune on my son's education, and what is he into? Dragons, dungeons, monsters?
You got something against imagination?
I just don't want people to think that my son is weird.
And here you are, treating a hippo for toothache? Well, I think it's great. Nick's using the whole zoo for his game. It's like a chessboard. We've all got parts. I'm Amboria, queen of the snake people. Fatally attractive to any who look upon me.
Big deal. What am I?
Three-headed swamp hound. Level 2. Easy to kill.
I don't know why I let you talk me into this.
The dungeon you are now in contains the vampire tigers of Kuristan. The glow from their eyes can turn your brains into scrambled eggs. They stand before you.
We need a spell of protection. That's me. Oh, guardians of light, please give thy servants protection from unseen forces of evil. My friends can see me now. I just died.
Their eyes are now covered.
Can we get a move on?
Suddenly, their leader, the mighty Khan, attacks you.
That's Andrew. Don't be ridiculous.
You're spoiling the game, Susie.
Watch it, kid. My vampire tigers don't like smart alecks. Harry! Harry! I was just helping the kids with their game, Harry.
You think life is a game? It's work. Work. You're paid to work.
Could you just run that past me one more time?
I don't believe in coincidences.
Spencer is entitled to bring visitors along.
But you know he's always sniffing around for any excuse to say we're running this zoo inefficiently. Well, now he's got this girl hanging around. Well, she's spying for him, I'm sure of it, Mitch.
Since the girl does nothing else but watch the bison, how much spying can she do? Now figure that one out, Sherlock Holmes.
She's back again. Who is she? She's been here every day for the last week. All she does is just sit there and stare.
She's the sleeping princess.
Yeah. She might turn into stone. With luck.
Oh, we need more staff, Mr. Spencer. Simple as that.
More efficiency, Bennett, my motto.
Thomas is always right, Mr. Bennett.
Your visitor seems very keen. She's been here every day.
I'm glad to hear it.
Relative of yours, is she?
A friend of the family. Poor dear.
Oh, hi, Nick, Susie.
Morning, Mr. Bennett.
How's it going?
Terrific. I already got 2 spooks and a vampire tiger.
A vampire tiger?
Games of fantasy and imagination. They're very popular.
Load of blasted nonsense. When I was a boy, you wouldn't find fairies at the bottom of my garden.
It's not just fantasy. It's got logic puzzles and strategy. Are you listening to me?
I still say it's a stupid game.
They've got more imagination than you have.
How'd the game go?
You are my ace in the hole, queen of the snake people.
Fail again, Susie.
As if I care.
Here comes the sleeping princess.
Off to give Mr. Spencer a full report, I suppose.
Hey!
Mr. Spencer's on his way to pick you up.
Thank you. I'm sorry this happened here.
Well, this isn't the first time.
It's chronic. I'm used to it.
Well, how did it happen?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Would you like a coffee while you're waiting?
No, thank you.
A prolapse disc, Bennett, protruding into her spinal canal. It can be extremely painful at times.
Of course, Mr. Spencer.
But I still should have been fully informed.
Perhaps, but it's a very delicate matter.
So is the legal position of this zoo if anyone gets hurt.
We've known Lisa since she was a little girl. It's not simply an injury to her spine, is it, Thomas? There was the young man. She was so fond of him. And he left her all alone to fend for herself, Mr. Bennett.
The girl's very depressed, Bennett.
So why bring her here?
Oh, blast it. The place exists to make people happy, doesn't it?
There's so little left for her now.
Now, surely there must be something.
Well, the doctors have suggested an operation, a laminectomy, but it's far too risky as far as we're all concerned.
She could be left a cripple for life.
How would you like to spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair?
All right, I'm sorry I said she was weird.
She came back this morning. She's down watching the bison again.
It's none of our business, Susie.
Oh, we've been treating her like a freak all week. What's the harm in saying hello?
She'll probably tell us to get lost.
So what?
I want to know why she likes the bison so much.
You're outvoted.
Hi. Hello.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm Susie Mitchell. This is my brother Nick. Our dad's the vet here. You met him yesterday? Yes.
I'm Tim Watson.
Hello.
You've been here every day.
Yes.
It's great, isn't it?
Sure. Why do you always watch the bison? It's my business, isn't it?
Most people don't bother to watch the animals at all.
Right. Either they just don't stop at all, or if they do, they expect the animals to do tricks or something. Please, why don't you leave me in peace? Sorry. Come on, Nicky.
Yeah. Sorry.
Why are you angry?
I'm not angry at you.
You said you liked the zoo.
I lied, okay?
If that's how you feel, why come here every day?
Because the animals here are on the way out. They're finished. That's all a zoo is. A waiting room until it's your turn to become extinct. That's not true. My dad works to save animals. Then he ought to teach you about reality. Look at them. 200 years ago, there were thousands of them. Now there's just a handful left. They're finished. Maybe I like the idea I'm not the only one it's happening to. Now, will you leave me alone?
No, you need friends. Everyone does.
I don't need anyone. And most of all, I don't need a brat like you asking nosy questions.
Come on, Tim. Just trying to be friendly.
Blow. Now, you're not going to pay any attention to what she says, are you? What would she know?
Well, supposing she's right about the bison becoming or dying.
She isn't right. Bison are on their way back. Of course, I suppose she is right in a way. Even Dad says the zoo is a survival area for endangered species.
Oh, big help you are.
Oh, why don't you pick on someone your own size, Nick? What's wrong?
There's only one endangered species around here. Me.
Enjoying yourself? Look, you really upset that little boy. Is that how you get your kicks?
They asked questions. Don't blame me if they didn't like the answers. I was only being honest.
Why don't you try being honest with yourself?
I don't have to put up with this.
Look, we all felt sorry for you. We all understand that you're scared about your future. But just because you've decided to wallow up to your ears in self-pity, don't take it out on our kids, all right?
In about 20 seconds, Spencer is going to come in and skin you alive.
I know.
I'd have worked it out quietly and sensibly.
I know.
I'd certainly have thought twice before abusing one of Spencer's guests.
I know.
10 seconds.
Got a few things to say to Mr. Spencer myself.
He's going to come charging in here saying something like, Mitchell, this is outrageous.
Mitchell, this is outrageous.
Leave it to me.
Lisa arrived home in tears this afternoon due to a completely unprovoked attack by your assistant.
Now, just a second, Mr. Spencer.
Julie. It's all an unfortunate misunderstanding, Mr. Spencer. My children were talking to Lisa.
Oh, I might have known they were involved.
They were trying to be friendly.
Allowed to run wild as usual. Bennett will listen this time.
My children felt sorry for the girl.
Don't you feel sorry for her?
Of course.
And you'll make sure she's taken care of.
We'll make sure she's not exposed to people like yourself.
Waited on hand and foot. A human vegetable. Useless.
How dare you?
Don't you realize Lisa sits down there with the bison thinking about extinction? Instead of patronizing her and treating her like a lost cause, you and her family should be helping her face the future positively. To be independent. To think about having that operation.
I should ask Mitchell for a reference if I were you, young lady. You're going to need it.
I think you just won the MMW award.
MMW?
Making matters worse.
I can't talk him out of an official complaint to the board. Now, couldn't you have shown some tact?
I saved my tact for the gorilla. Now, look, I'm sorry, Ken. I tried.
We've got to do something about Julie.
Relax. I'm thinking about her.
Great. That's all she needs. Hello. Dad told us to stay away from you. I just want to apologize about yesterday. It was on a downer. I didn't really mean what I said.
Looks like Julie Davis is going to lose her job.
Oh. I talked to Uncle Tom. Mr. Spencer. You're into Dungeons and Dragons, aren't you? I got into it at university. Takes brains. Who's the dungeon master?
Me.
What module are you doing?
Module?
Adventure. The Quest of the Blue Rose.
Hidden in the slave pits of the Undercity.
That's the one. Andrew's my assistant.
Let me know how it goes. I could use the company.
You talk to Mr. Spencer about Julie, and I'll make sure you get a full report.
Would you like us to show you the rest of the zoo? No, I'm all right here. It's better than sitting at home. If I walk too much, I can't trust my back. What's wrong with it? I was cleaning the kitchen floor and I slipped. I was in hospital for a year.
A year? Wow, did you have to have any needles?
Quite a few. Now they want me to have an operation, but...
Get Susie's dad to fix you. He's terrific.
Tim?
Tim? Dad's a vet. He's not a doctor.
He's terrific.
What's this?
Oh, monster list. I haven't worked out what I'm going to use in the game tomorrow.
Monsters. I just had a brilliant idea. Don't ask.
You're crazy.
Go on.
I just don't trust you, Andrew.
Look, you want to help Julie, don't you? Oh, I think it's a real shame. Would have made this zoo the most famous in the world.
Wait. Oh, we'll have to wait years for another attraction like that. Good afternoon, Mr. Spencer. Mrs. Spencer.
Is something else gone wrong around this place? What's this attraction you're talking about?
The three-toed Amazonian fruit bat, Mr. Spencer.
Never heard of it.
Well, it's incredibly rare. Julie was going to arrange a specimen for this zoo through that professor of hers at the university. Well, there's no chance now she's leaving.
Put the zoo on the map, you say?
We'd be number one.
And whoever found us a three-toed Amazonian fruit bat would be famous.
Unbelievably famous.
Thomas.
Yes, well, if she can find us a three-nosed attraction, carry on.
Brilliant.
He's going to expect that creature to arrive.
One problem at a time.
Congratulations. Spencer withdrew his complaint to the board. You're back on the payroll.
Well, how come?
Oh, Nick and Susie think Lisa had something to do with it.
Nick and Susie. I thought they were never going to speak to Lisa ever again.
Well, that is the trouble with the good fight. Some spoil sport always wants to make peace.
Good afternoon.
Hello?
I hear you got Mr. Spencer to withdraw his complaint. Thanks. I like my job.
I talked to him, but he'd already made up his mind. I don't think I had much to do with it.
Oh. Well, anyway, I'm sorry about what I said the other day.
No, you were right, Miss Davis. I don't have the right to take up my problems on the zoo.
Julie.
Lisa. Julie, I've spent a lot of time here over the last week. I think there's something wrong with the bull bison.
MZ2 to MZ3, come in, Mitch.
What's up, Julie?
Got a problem at the bison enclosure.
On my way.
When did you notice something was wrong?
Just now when I arrived.
Well, you're right. We've got a sick boy on our hands. Well, Mitch doesn't think it's pneumonia. We've got him isolated, Peter. He may have eaten something toxic. We'll have to medicate him and hope for the best.
Herbivores in particular can't afford to eat anything outside their diet. The effect is like a massive dose of indigestion.
Just indigestion.
It's a small matter for humans, but not for animals. We might lose the old boy.
You band of adventurers have agreed to dare the quest of the Blue Rose, hidden in the slave pits of the Undercity.
Do we get a lunch break?
Oh, Susie.
How come you're playing? You don't enjoy it. Nick promised to do the vacuuming for a week.
I reckon we need a magic carpet.
Tim, you're weird.
Where does Andrew fit in?
He's your guide. You can't get through without him. But before he'll answer any of your questions, you have to guess his name.
Oh.
It cannot be heard, cannot be felt, cannot be seen, cannot be smelt. It lies behind stars and under hills, in empty holes and fields. It comes first and follows after. Ends life, kills laughter.
You call that a clue?
Well, nobody said guessing my name was going to be easy.
It's Dracula.
Why Dracula?
I just thought it might be Dracula.
Ignore him.
And empty holes it fills. Not air. Darkness. That has to be it.
At your service, O mighty sorceress.
Nice going, Susan.
Where do we go now?
The River of Sleep. Follow me.
This time you go too far.
Harry.
You play this game instead of doing your job?
Harry!
No excuse, Andrew. This is it. You are sacked.
Harry, it's my day off.
Enjoy it while you can.
Pardon?
Pardon.
Well, there's not much more I can do, Ken. Let me know if there's any change, eh?
Well, Lisa's attitude certainly changed. She really cares.
Don't we all?
3 witches and 3 towers, chock-a-block with magic powers. One witch has a mirror at the end of the hall. One has a book of magic, one a crystal ball.
I told you we needed a magic carpet.
Look at that. Load of fantasy rubbish.
I don't think it does any harm, Thomas.
Children should be taught to be sensible, Mavis.
Well, I'd better tell them to stop putting you in their games.
What?
Apparently you're known as the Black Knight.
Face it, you're going to fail.
We haven't given up yet.
The Blue Rose is in the Cave of the Four Winds, but you can't get it because Tim hasn't got enough points to beat the dragon.
I knew we needed a magic carpet.
Shut up, almighty fighter. Any suggestions, Darkness?
Sorry, kid. You're on your own.
Dragons care about their gold, Susie. Suppose I try and steal it. What's the distraction worth?
3 points. Tim will still need a 5 or a 6.
Glad you changed your mind about Julie Davis.
One must be practical, Bennett. We don't want to lose that specimen.
Specimen?
The 3-toed Amazonian fruit bat, Mr. Bennett. Thomas.
Yes. Well, we must be off. Good day, Bennett. Black Knight, eh?
3-toed Amazonian fruit bat.
Well, that's one for us, Mitch.
One for us.
He's a survivor.
Admit it. You were lucky you didn't fail.
Luck had nothing to do with it.
Wait until next time.
Next time?
Maybe it's not just a game for kids.
What is it, Tim?
It's the Blue Rose. We won it. It's to wake the sleeping princess.
I guess I needed waking up. I'm going to spend a lot of time around here once I've got the operation over with.
You're not going to become...
Tim! No, Tim, I'm not going to die. And I'm not going to become a cripple. I'm a survivor.
Andrew? Mr. Spencer is under the impression that there's a new exhibit on the way. A three-toed Amazonian fruit bat.
Oh.
A three-toed figment of Andrew's imagination.
Well, I was trying to help Julia.
And Mr. Spencer wants to see it. Now.
Mr. Bennett, I know Uncle Thomas. I think I know how to solve the problem.
Well, where is it?
Inside the cave. It won't come out.
It's nocturnal.
Well, that's no good. Have it removed to the nocturnal enclosure. Oh, no can do. It's carnivorous.
They even eat one another.
One another? How do they breed? It's a sort of love-hate relationship.
The only answer is to build a special enclosure. Shouldn't cost more than $20,000.
Out of the question.
There aren't 2 or 3 zoos wanting to take it off our hands.
Well, get rid of it then. $20,000 for a fruit bat? Huh.
How was your day, Tim?
Fixed a dragon. Woke a princess.